Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day. We're introducing my partner today. It's the first time introducing her on the channel. So before we give you a rundown of the caravan, we're going to give you a quick introduction to my partner. She is the one that will also be traveling with us around Australia. So I'm going to pass you over to her. She can introduce herself a little bit and then we're going to get stuck into the caravan.
Hey guys, I'm Kim, so I am Jeremy's partner. I'll also be going on the road around Australia. At the moment we are living in the van full-time and saving money still, and I work full-time as a healthcare worker. So yeah, you'll see a lot of me coming up soon, but probably not much for the next couple of weeks until I finish up work. I guess a little bit about me is, like I said, I'm a healthcare worker. I work in cancer care. And I'm also starting up a second job at the moment in market research, so I will be doing that while we're on the road, as it's work from home, which is amazing. I was very lucky to score that job. So yeah, I've been saving up for the last couple of years, but it's really nice to have that sort of peace of mind that I have some income while we're on the road. So you get to see a lot more of our adventures soon, a bit of off-roading stuff, beaches, swimming. The dogs just came back into the van. And yeah, if you want to follow my TikTok, Sunny Days, I show a bit of an insight into what it is like living in the van full-time while still working, and what we do on our weekends at the moment while we're still saving money and not traveling yet. So yeah, give me a like and subscribe on TikTok for that one. And you can follow the dogs' Instagram pages as well, Copper and Sally Travel Oz. Bye!
Alrighty guys, let's get stuck into this caravan tour. So our caravan is a SUV Sahara Island 13 Plus HR. Island stands for the Queen Island bed inside, and HR stands for hard roof. We opted for the hard roof over the pop top and pop out, mainly because we have a lot more space inside the hard roof rather than the pop top. In the pop top you lose a lot of your storage space, so that was the reason for that. However, starting here at the front, here's our upgraded coupling. The whole point of the upgraded coupling is to take the movement and wobbling and be able to pull the caravan a bit more smoothly behind the four-wheel drive, and the coupling just takes out all the, I guess, the shocks and bumps and jumps when off-road or driving over corrugated road. So that was a nice little touch. We have our safety chain here and here. Also on the front here we have our Anderson plug for the DC-DC charger, also our brake lights which attaches into the electric brakes. So basically a cord runs from out of the electric brakes straight into a little module, then it plugs into the brake lights on the back of the Colorado, and it's all wireless, so we control our electric brakes through the app, through the Bluetooth module. That way we don't have wires hanging out of the car everywhere and have to worry about making sure that the electric brakes have power every time we hook the caravan up. So that's a beautiful little touch. Just got your standard handbrake on the front. We also have our breakaway chain or breakaway cable. The whole point of the breakaway cable is that if the caravan comes off the coupling and goes away from the four-wheel drive, when this pulls out it engages the brakes. So if for some reason your caravan comes off while you're off-roading or going down the highway, you get your brakes will engage straight away and your caravan's not going to roll off down the hill and cause more damage. So yeah. Also here we have a little tap to wash your hands on the front or attach your hose to, and that just runs down from the two water tanks that are underneath the caravan there. So here we have a blackjack jack. And the whole point of the blackjack jack is that way when you rock up, it's all electric. You can either go up or you either go down, and that comes in real handy rather than sitting there and having to ratchet it up and down the whole time. So that's a wonderful touch. On the front here we have a storage bin, and on the inside we have two jerry can holders. We also have some electrical wires and a fuel siphon there and a few other bits and pieces in there, but mainly just jerry can storage. Also have a little hatch here to let all the fumes escape while driving down the highway. In the middle here we have our so we have some spare clothes, some camping gear and hiking gear in there. We have our toasty and jaffle maker, air fryer, and we have a spare 25 litre water jerry in here. We also put the oven in here and a few other bits and pieces, the kettle and toaster while we're traveling, so they don't go flying around the caravan. And on here we have a little swivel light, which is really handy for looking for stuff for the night time. So massive bin, massive space. Yeah, love the bins on the front. Not only that, the bins also act as a bit of a stone guard, protect your caravan from flying debris and rocks while traveling down the highway. So as you can see in here, we have an LPG gas storage. We have two 4 kilogram gas bottles. A gas bottle for us will last about 2 months. We use that for hot water gas showers and also cooking and boiling the kettle every day. So yeah, two 4 kilogram gas bottles will last us about 4 months off grid, so really good on gas. And also a bit more storage room in here as well, just a bit of miscellaneous stuff thrown in there. Anyways, we're going to jump up on top, give you guys a look at the top. So on top we have two 200 watt solar panels, so 400 watts. We have the Truma air conditioner, the air vent hatch for the shower, and a satellite TV antenna. So coming around to this side of the caravan, we have in here another big storage bin that goes through to the other side. And in here we have our King's generator on this side, and then obviously we got a couple of fishing rods here for storage, and we also have our poles and that in here for the annex on the side. Whole reason for the Jenny is when we are off grid, we can't run the caravan unless we have a generator, so that's the whole point to carrying that around with us. But at the moment we have constant power in and constant water in, so we're not having to start up the generator and run that all the time. So down here we have our first spare tyre. Just go through there with a handle, winch it up, winch it down, just like pretty much any other four-wheel drive spare tyre underneath. So inside here we have two 100 amp hour energy lithium batteries, so when we are off grid we have 200 amps of battery, and we have the constant 400 watts of solar coming in off the roof. Not only that, I can also attach my solar blanket on the side. That way we have 600 watts of solar coming in while we're off grid, so that always tops the batteries up to 100% every day, as long as we have 4 hours of sunshine. Or if that doesn't work and we are driving, I think in about 3.5 hours, 2.5, 3 hours, the DC-DC charger tops up the batteries to 100% anyways, and we have a 50 amp DC-DC charger, so charges the batteries very quick, very fast. So while traveling from campsite to campsite, yeah, batteries will always be topped up 100%. In here we have our heart and soul of the caravan. We have our massive inverter, we have our battery management system, air conditioner and 240 volt socket in there, a couple of switches and trips in there, also a couple of switch and trips here, big heavy duty bus bar, 2000 watt inverter. We can pretty much run anything from a standard household in our caravan with the 2000 watt inverter. I think it actually runs up to about 2400 watts total, so it will run higher than its actual capacity, which is really good. Basically, if anything goes wrong with the caravan, we come in here, we check the trips, the switches, you know, flick it back on, replace the fuse, diagnose any problems with the electrical, and good to go. So we have a constant power in. This little button here does, so basically on this we have a dust management system. So when we are driving along and this button is turned on, it pressurizes all the windows. That way if dust tries to get in, it blows all the dust out and keeps the caravan from getting dirty on the inside while we're traveling. So then we come down here, we have two 65/75 tires, which are exactly the same as what the Colorado have out there. So it's actually a really high, nice caravan, exactly like the Colorado, nice and high up off the ground. We have our two water tanks here, 100 litres on the front, 100 litres on the back, and 80 litre grey water tank right down the back as well. We have our constant water in at the moment. We have an outdoor shower, just plugs a little head in there and we can shower on the outside of the caravan. We also do have the shower on the inside as well. This is our gas hot water system, so if anything breaks with the hot water system, we come out here and this is where we fix it up. A little fuse in there and a couple other bits and pieces. So if anything goes wrong, we come out here and diagnose it basically. So coming right down the back of the caravan now, we have our outhouse. So basically this fills up, normally takes about a week or two to fill. Go take it to the designated area, dump it out down there, give it a wash out of bleach and fresh water, stick it back in, and it's good to go again. We leave this hatch unlocked all the time. Nobody's really going to steal your outhouse. I do lock the other ones all the time. They're just open at the moment for the purpose of the video. So on the side of the caravan we have a light which goes from orange light to white light. We also have the kitchenette window with blackout blinds and the bed window with blackout blinds and mozzie screens as well on both. So coming down under this side of the caravan, as you can see on both sides we have some heavy duty shock absorbers from Underdog. Both sides are independent rubber suspension. So basically when we are off-road or on corrugated road, one side doesn't affect the other side. So if we are on a bumpy road, it sort of self-levels itself while we're driving along and basically stops it from being such a bumpy ride and smooths it out a little bit for us. So we also got 12-inch electrical brakes on the inside here, on both sides as well. So here's one of our 100-litre water tanks. There's another one down the front there as well, and we have our 75-litre grey water tank here. Basically that just stores our water from the shower and the taps, and basically you can't just dump that water anywhere. It's grey water here in Australia. We have to dump it at designated areas. However, at the moment we just have a hose running out to a couple of the trees out there, because where we are in the eco resort at the moment allows people just to dump the water on the ground underneath a tree, and that way the trees get watered daily and keeps them growing. So coming to the back of the caravan we have our second spare tyre, and we have a protection bar here. That grey cord up to the top is just the Starlink cord. Also on the back we have another white and orange light as well, and we have our reverse camera. That way when we are reversing in the tight areas we can see where we're going in the car while reversing the caravan. Coming around to this side here we have our annex / awning. Basically what this puppy does is double the space of the inside of the caravan and puts it on the side. So we left this side off because we're always in and out the side and don't feel like unzipping zips every time we come in and out of the caravan. So over here we have a couple of boxes which live on the back of the car. Dog food and dog wells at the moment. Our laundry powder, pegs and all that stuff. And this is the slide out fridge here. We have a table that folds down. We also have a 90-litre King's fridge on the slide out drawer there. At the moment we just have some stuff drying on top there. We have spices and cling wrap bags and all that in there. Pretty much bowls, cutlery, storage containers, etc. And on the bottom here we have pots and pans and some more cutlery in there as well. We have a little stool there to help us get up and in and out of the fridge because we are both shorties. On this side here, as you can see, the awning is up at the moment and the anti-flaps are on. You have to have the anti-flaps on to have the annex on. But yeah, normally this wall and that wall aren't on, and it's just the awning that comes out. And basically the awning comes in and out automatically with a touch of a button. It's all electrical, so that's really awesome. I don't have to sit there by hand trying to wind the awning in and out all the time. Okay, so as you can see we have our kitchen on the outside, and the whole point of the kitchen on the outside with this caravan is the kitchen's on the outside so that way the inside has more room. So the 14 on the inside actually feels like a 16 footer because all the cooking stuff and sink is out here. So we have a 4 burner gas top there, we have some cutlery drawer. Here's our little oven that we use and toaster, and that's just a little bench. Basically, when that's not on there, this kitchen folds around, tucks down nice and neatly in there, and then pushes back inside of there. Tucks away nice and neatly. We also have another light here, orange and white light as well. We have an antenna for the TV and a 12 volt TV mount. So basically the TV on the inside can be taken from the inside and bring out to the outside as well. There's our sink, and for rubbish we just tie off a little bag on the side there for rubbish. So as you can see, we have a marine speaker here and a marine speaker there. They're Bluetooth and waterproof, so pretty much we can have music outside the caravan whenever we're washing up or doing dishes, or just want to listen to some music and chill outside. So this is what the side looks like without anti-flap kit on, and then this is the side with the anti-flap kit on. It has a couple more extra bars and that up there, stopping it from blowing around and all the rest of it. So we have the other bed window here, and then we have our door coming inside. The door here is an integrated door, so it is a security screen and it is also a hard door. Basically to have the hard door closed or the aircon's on. If not, the aircon isn't on, you can just have the screen and security door closed. So very nice touch. Pretty much every caravan has this now. So for security, we have a 3 locking system. We have one in the middle, one on the bottom, and one up the top. So bottom and top, and then the middle one. The whole point of that is it makes it a little bit harder for people trying to break in to the caravan, gives us a bit more safety on the road, and we do have blackout blinds for the door as well. Alright, so coming into the inside of the caravan, we have our nice little electrical step here that goes in and out on its own, touch of a button. So we tuck that away when we are traveling, and it just comes back out when we pull up somewhere and press the button. Coming inside, we have a couple of I guess magazine pouches here, which we just got some papers and stuff in there. We have our 12 volt TV and antenna and plug there. We have a skylight up through here. We have an aircon system, which is a Truma Aventura up on top there. So coming inside here, we have our Queen Island bed. You can get down both sides of the bed, hence the reason why it's called a Queen Island bed. Lots of storage around the outside of the bed. With the hard roof, we have all the storage here. However, with the hybrid version of this, you do not get all that storage up there. So that was the reason why we ended up opting with the hard roof, just to have that little bit more storage. So I'll give you guys a quick look at that. We also have a couple of wireless charging pads there and a drawer there. I just keep my laptop and stuff down beside the bed when we're not traveling. Clothes cupboard, some more storage bins up ahead, and we also have some lights here, both sides. We also have touch lights up here on both sides of the bed as well. So comes in really handy if you want your own light of the night time without having to annoy your partner. Same as her side of the bed, she's got a Queen Island catwalk down the side there. So basically we have the Mozzie screen here, and we also have the block out blind as well. So we put them up while we're sleeping. During the day just leave them down so let natural light come in. On both sides of the beds we have a 12 volt Sirocco fan each. We have the aircon vent as well there. We have some more storage above the kitchenette area here. Basically here there used to be a seat, however we just got a 30 litre fridge on the inside with drinks and snacks in there. That way we don't have to get up in the middle of the night and go out to the big fridge outside. There's always a fridge inside for us as well. Kettle and toaster and all that down there. Water purifier. We have a 240 volt socket over there, so pretty much induction cooker or whatever you want will run off that plug over there. We have some more lights, as you can see. Plenty of lights in this caravan, which lights up this caravan beautifully. Very good touch by SUV Sahara. This is where the dogs sleep of a night time. We just put their beds down on the ground there and they sleep inside with us while we are traveling. That way they're not outside exposed to the elements and pets and other snakes and animals and all the rest of that stuff. So coming down to the bottom of the bed here, we have our own storage pocket. Mine's on the left, Kim's is on the right, and we also have a share one down the bottom. Also have some shoe, I guess, pigeonholes there, so Kim keeps hers on the top and I keep mine on the bottom. We have a internal light switch here which turns on all the light in the caravan, which is really handy. Touch a button, all the lights turn off. Also, if the lights are too bright of a night time, we come down here and we also have some mood lighting, so that is also a very handy little touch as well. Anyways, coming down here, we have our 240 volt inverter here, basically on and off button there. We have our DC-DC charger and display here for the solar coming in off the roof. As you can see, there's a bit of moisture in behind there from the aircon. However, there is a Bluetooth module on our phones that we can also check as well. So if the screen is blocked up like that, we can still jump on the phone and see what's going on. Down here is our gas hot water system. Basically, turn it on, turn it off, set the degrees that we want, or going for a shower. And basically within 10 seconds we have hot water from the gas system. So essentially we have 200 litres of water and we can use 200 litres of hot water if we wanted to. However, if you opted with the electrical version, you only have a certain amount of hot water before it has to fill back up and basically get hot again. So gas hot water is a game changer in caravans, so I definitely suggest upgrading to gas hot water if you don't have one. So coming down here, we just have a little speaker. We also have 2 more speakers inside here, so we do have the boom booms blasting in the inside of the caravan here and also on the outside. Coming down here, we just have some more light switches, so all the lights for the outside of the caravan, state of charge battery, we have our atmosphere lights and also the hand step and the handle on the outside also light up of night time. That way you sort of know where you're grabbing on the handle while you're getting in and out of the caravan. Definitely helps if you had a few drinks and you can't see where you're going. Having the little light on the handle and the step definitely helps and makes a difference. So as you can see, we will have all our little fuses here. If they trip, we just push them back in and good to go. Here is our awning button, so either in or out. Basically it will fold itself in and out, and within 30 seconds it's done, so not having to do anything. We have our front water tank, our rear water tank, and then we have our grey water tank. They are all empty at the moment because we are in the caravan park and we have constant water in, so there's no need to fill up the water tanks. Also, while travelling, we don't fill up the water tanks until our last stop before going off grid. That way we're not dragging around, you know, an extra 200 litres of weight and water and burning the extra diesel for no reason. Anyways, apart from that, we have a little bench seat here on this side. We also have one on that side, but like I said, the fridge is there and we keep a bit of other bits and pieces there. Underneath there is a bit of storage, so we keep our heavy tin food and that in there, and bits of pasta and stuff as well. Also, we keep storage in here as well, so plenty of storage in this caravan. Like we said, yeah, the whole point of the kitchen outside is to make the inside feel bigger, and the inside definitely feels a lot bigger than just a 14 foot. So anyways, going into the shower here, we have our shower, well, we have our mirror, we have our mat down on the floor here, and then we have our toilet. We have all our goodies down there. We have our toilet paper, sunscreen, all that in them pigeonholes down there, bit of air freshener, and a toilet roll holder there, a couple of pigeonholes for towels and mats and stuff there. We also have a towel hanger here on the side, and then a bit of toilet cleaner and that down there. We also have this little inside hanging dry rack. It comes in really handy when it's pissing down around outside. You hang some stuff on there and it will dry out. So coming in here, we have our little sink. We also have under storage under here, and we also have 3 storage cupboards in there as well. So here's the mirror with the light on. You can also change it to a different color. Comes really handy for the partner when she wants to do her makeup. When we're out somewhere, she can do that in a caravan, not have to worry about carrying a little mirror around with her everywhere. So very handy touch by SUV Sahara. So coming into the shower here, we have a massive shower. You could probably fit I think 2 people in here side by side. Here's a little touch by SUV Sahara. Let me just turn that light on. We have bath gel on this side and shampoo on this side, so basically there's little fillers on the top here. Fill them up, and that way you're not having to carry around bottles of shampoo and bath soap. So we also have a few little shelves there for stuff on. Have a handrail in case you've had a big night and you need something to hold on to while in the shower. On the inside here we have a fan exhaust above, which either sucks air in or out, and then we also have a little light switch on here, which is a nice touch as well. We have a massive shower head here, and then we have your normal size shower head here as well. Basically that is just turned between the two from the look at that. So you have your normal shower head there, and then you have your massive shower head there, which I love the most about the shower. So very nice touch by them. Basically, yeah, that just switches between the two. We also have a little plug down here, I guess, to fill the area up with water. If you're given the shower a scrub to clean it, so that's actually really handy as well. But yeah, that's the shower. Very nice and big. Couple of great touches with the massive shower head and the wall-mounted shampoo and bath gel there. So great touch by SUV Sahara. And that's the shower.